All right, we'll get started here. It's just a minute to get loaded.
This one's got a good battery. Usually okay. Sometimes it takes 10 to 15 seconds to get out. Sometimes, especially when they have one USB port. If you break the USB port, it's going to do a whole lot less. So I would really put like leave the receiver kind of stuff like normal mouse works. Yes, the Surface Pro 2. They're on like the 7 now. So it's about 5 years old. Well, the only complaint with the Surface is you can't replace the battery. And they're not. You can't open this up. And there's no USBs on the display. So if you detach it, you take it as a tablet. No, you can't do anything. I know. Right. Yeah. Why wouldn't there? They try to keep it ultra slim, but you can use USB-C. I don't have it heavier and it should be usable. Yeah. Like it's just itself. I didn't realize it. You gotta keep it on the dial. All your stuff in the way. Yeah, that's really good. I never actually. I seen it. On the Surface Pro. It's basically kind of like that. It's more secure. You hit a button and just push it. Yeah, this was. Yeah, it's magnetic too. It has like lock. Yeah. This is not the original one. I think I can get these digits. The original one actually had a real physical mouse. This is the back of the keyboard, but it's this weird. There's a lot of software more than it is. This is the problem with this switch. At this point, the thing's like $5,000. Well, yeah, made it to the gas station. I take on the gallon. You know, every time it was like traffic. 6 o'clock. Finally, I got this one. But this was 80 spec out one. It's about 8 gigs of RAM, 257 solid state drive. You're not gonna edit video very fast. Well, remember I says, you know, as Elijah says, call down fire on your enemies. I don't remember I said it to youth, and he says, any spiritual out. Internet, email. Computer with the graphics card. We all this big. I'm gonna get a button up, and then I will give you the home. Absolutely. If they I do. Now that's a free. It's got more power than this. Let me figure out. What city are you in? I don't use all these much. Yeah, but you know, you guys do a lot of sometimes you use it just for the basic stuff, but it's convenient. Yeah. Use yours. Yeah. There's a couple of learning Math Blaster was like the astronaut. You see the answer, you shoot. It's hard, I don't remember even the title. I've got a stack of CDs somewhere. I'm trying to get it to right on the day.
Not today, on Sunday.
I'll let you know.
The ones I played in that part.
No.
We're ready to go anytime.
They actually.
Everybody's busy talking. Very crazy, so we can jump in anytime.
It had the same sounds. I could see that was.
Yeah, so very good.
I'm anxious to hear.
They have two different processor platforms. I forget. One was
You mean, ones that they picked up in Frankfurt?
The ones I had were. I had a.
Well, there's a lot of them still up in the air.
That's for
And,
two.
I think,
Yeah. First.
but we had, what happened was, they had a U.S. law enforcement group went in. I'm going to assume it was likely the U.S. Marshals. And they went in and they seized these servers. Now they're trying to say that, oh no, that didn't happen until, or that was another time that happened. But if indeed what they're saying is true and these servers are tied in with Dominion, then this could be some of the evidence that Sidney Powell does not want to give the evidence on the radio or in the TV broadcast. She wants to reserve it to court, which is a normal thing. But what this goes back to is the idea that under the Constitution, if they cannot certify the votes in all the states, and there's a couple things I'm kind of unclear on with it, because some thought is if they do not, for instance, if Michigan cannot certify the vote in time, they lose their votes. If Pennsylvania cannot certify in time, they lose their votes. Georgia had to certify their vote today. I think Michigan has to certify theirs by Monday.
They lose their people in the electoral.
Yeah, they can't seat anybody in the electoral. Well, let me take that back. They have until December 8th. If they can't get it certified by December 8th, then they will not be able to send electors to the Electoral College. Now, the 270 is based on all 50 states sending their electors. And so that would be the majority. 269 would be a tie. So if you take out, for instance, a state with 20, like Pennsylvania, with 20 electoral votes, then the question is, does it reduce the number that they need instead of 270? Does it go down to 265 because you've taken 20 votes, to 260 because you've taken 20 votes out? But other thinking that I heard, and I heard both sides, is that no, the amount is still 270. Just because some states did not seat their electors, the amount is still 270. That's the amount of electors that there should be. And it's not the Electoral College's fault that a state could not certify their vote by December 8th. So if neither candidate is able to secure 270 when the Electoral College meets on the 14th, right? On the 14th, then that means that the U.S. House will select the president on January 6th, I believe it is. Now, here's how that works. Most people would think, I didn't hear it. Most people would think that, well, the number of representatives in the House, the Democrats have the advantage, that's not a good thing then. But that's not how it works. Every state gets one vote. And right now, the majority of state delegations are dominated by Republicans, which means the Republicans now have an advantage on a one state, one vote election, which I saw somebody estimate it might be as high as 30 Republican dominated to 20 Democrat dominated, which means that Nancy Pelosi gets to have the wonderfully ironic position of presiding over the House, electing the Democrat-led House, electing Donald Trump to 4 more years. Now, all of this is absolutely constitutional. There is no threat to the Constitution here. There is no unprecedented action here. There's no threat to our electoral process here. All of this is laid out in the Constitution. They've done it before. They've done it at least twice. There might have been a third time. I can't remember exactly. But it's Amendment 12. It lays the whole process out. It's in black and white. This is done for just these reasons, because I think this is just my guesswork, I guess, educated guess. When Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani and that other lady, Jenna Ellis, yeah, and she was sharp when she addressed it. But they said they have everything. Now, all 3 of these people are very smart, and they know what they're doing. This is not the first time they've ever done something like this. So I have a real hard problem thinking that they would go on national TV, knowing the whole world is watching them, and make something up. Now, the Democrats don't have any problem doing that on their side, but I really find it hard to believe that they would just make this up, knowing that in just a few weeks, they're going to either have to put up what they said, or they're going to look like fools in their professional careers. And you can say, well, Rudy Giuliani, he's older, he's at the end of his career, but Sidney Powell's right in the middle of hers. And this Jenna Ellis, she's up and coming. So why would they ruin their careers over something that they don't have while saying that they haven't? But it may be that they know they don't have the time to overturn the votes, because it's just like they said, the vote in Georgia, which has now been certified for Biden, they just recounted the same old votes. I mean, they did find more votes. Yeah, but so the thing of it is, if they can go to the Supreme Court and prove that you cannot trust the vote counts in Wisconsin or Michigan or Pennsylvania or Arizona or Nevada or Georgia or wherever, if they can prove that in the court and the court rules, there is so much fraud, there is so much manipulation, there's been so much tampering that there's no way we can unravel this. We are just going to say, no, we don't accept their votes, period. Now then the Electoral College in those states, their electors aren't going to be able to meet. And without them meeting, it quite likely means that neither candidate gets